Barakatah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the venerable elders and apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Alright, so basically, just a quick video, right, that I'm pretty sure that most people have seen. There's a video from a while back. This is General Wesley Clark, okay, and he talks about the wars that were planned by the U.S. 7 countries in 5 years, right? And the countries that were on that list to be taken over, okay, were Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finally Iran, right? And if you look at the trend over the years, the U.S. has been to Iraq. They've had war with Iraq. They've had war with Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, okay, Sudan, you know, and now there's Syria, okay. Now the reason why they're going so hard in Syria is because what? The oil, man. All these countries that I just listed, the 7 countries that I just listed, okay, all have oil, okay, and it's all what? Because of the petrodollar. So what does the U.S. do? They always create these proxy armies, these so-called terrorists, okay. Like in Somalia, they had the Al-Shabaab, okay. In Syria, they had so-called ISIS, okay. But then they always have this trend, okay. Libya, they took out Gaddafi, all right. So they have this trend of, oh yo, we got to go into these countries because the leaders of the country don't know how to treat their people. You know, like in the case of Syria right now, okay. What's his name? The president of Syria, I forgot his name, is slipping my mind right now. But you know, he's out there doing his thing. But then the U.S. keeps saying, oh, yo, he's killing his people with chemical weapons. We have to go in there and save the people. Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. We got to go over there and save the people. You know, which is crazy. And Syria is a sovereign country. Okay? They're a sovereign country, meaning what? U.S. cannot be there on their own power. You can't be there without being invited to be in that country, man. But that's what the U.S. always does. Everywhere they go, chaos is following them, man. Okay, now let's watch what Wesley Clark has to say about that whole shit, okay, and it's being made manifest now because now Trump talking about he's gonna make a move within the next 24 to 48 hours, okay. So what? That means that what they're tired of Syria, man. They've been trying to go at it for since like past 3 years now, okay, bombing the hell out of Syria, talking about, oh, ISIS, 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 and Russia came in, took care of business, so now there's no ISIS. So what's the reason of you being there? Now, a week ago, Trump said what? He's going to bring back all the troops from Syria. And now they have a reason to stay in Syria because what? Chemical weapons. Very coincidental, right? Amazing. Amazing how it works. Now, let's watch this.
About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the joint staff who had used to work for me. And one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No, no." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do."
He said, "I don't know." That's what Esau is all about, man. He just goes around waging war aimlessly, man. If you have something Esau wants, he's not gonna come to you, you know, peacefully. He comes to you with the most wicked intent. Okay, he's gonna deal with you treacherously, man. That's what Esau is all about. The wicked fuck that he is, man. He comes in, you know, and he takes you out because he wants what he wants. Why? Ultimately, it's because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. This is his earth, so he feels like everywhere he goes, he owns it. Okay, and that's why you see all these tragedies going on in all these countries, man. Everywhere Esau goes, these so-called Americans, everywhere they go, war follows. And you know what's funny? When they go over there with their troops and get fucked up, they come back crying like, "Oh, they killed our troops. Oh, why are you there in the first place? Huh? Why are you there in the first place? Attacking people, and then they attack you back, and you start complaining? That's like you punching somebody in the face every single day, and then they knock your ass out, and then you run around and file a police report for abuse. You're the one who started this whole shit, and then you get fucked up, and you come back and start crying like, yo, why are you touching me, bro? Why are you hitting me? You know? That's how the U.S. is, man. Hypocrisy, bullshit, yo, the lies, man. Let's keep going.
So I said, well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al Qaeda? He said, no. He says, there's nothing new that way. They've just made the decision to go to war with Iraq. He said, I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we got a good military and we can take down governments. And he said, I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail.
You see, if every tool we have, if the only tool we have is a hammer, every problem should look like a nail. Okay, meaning what? We have military force, so every problem we have, we're gonna solve it with the military force. Okay, and that is why they have a problem with Iran, because Iran is part of the countries that they try to invade. Okay, this plan has been written down for years, like so many years ago. It was a plan for only 5 years, right? It's been going on for more than 5 years. I'll say over 10 years. So now you could tell that they're getting desperate, they're getting pissed. Okay? Because all these countries, what is one thing they have in common? They all possess oil. Okay? And that is the whole point of this thing. They all have oil, and the US wants to be in charge of the oil through the use of the petrol, the dollar, man. Okay? And that is why they're in all these countries, man. It's not that complicated to understand. There is no such thing as the president of Syria, now I just got his name, Assad. He's not killing his own people. What sense does that make? Bombing and destroying his people with chemical weapons? That's not true, man. Okay? They always got to orchestrate some type of bullshit. Like in Iraq, weapons of mass destruction. You know?
So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, are we still going to war with Iraq? And he said, oh, it's worse than that. He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, he said, I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, this is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran.
Yeah, but you can't really do that with Iran though, the Persians, right? Because they have military they have nuclear capabilities now. They're building. That's why the US keeps saying, yo, listen, you can't be putting these the nuclear shit, man. You gotta chill with that. Why are you telling them if you have military I keep saying military, if you have nuclear capabilities, why do you have a problem with other people having it? Why do you want to be the only one to have it? Why? Because you want to be that bully that if anyone talks back and doesn't give you what you want, you go over there and bomb them up. Okay? That is why they don't like Russia, man, because Russia has that S-18, okay, the Satan 2, S-20, all that they will fuck your ass up. And that's what's making them uncomfortable. China, okay, all these countries that have nuclear weapons, the US don't fuck with them. Okay? North Korea, all these countries, man. But it's all ultimately gonna go down. It's gonna go down. These nuclear missiles are gonna be shot off, okay? And America's gonna get that ass whooping that they deserve, because all these years, you think all these countries are not tired of this? That oppression? Come on, man. Stop it. Just stop playing games already.
The truth is about the Middle East is, had there been no oil there, it would be like Africa. Nobody is threatening to intervene in Africa. The problem is the opposite. We keep asking for people to intervene and stop it. And there's no question that the presence of petroleum throughout the region has sparked great power involvement. Whether that was the specific motivation for the coup or not, I can't tell you, but there's always been this attitude that somehow we could intervene and use force in the region.
Exactly. That's Esau. There's always been this the feeling that you can go into any country and intervene with force. That's crazy. That is crazy, and that is why this World War III is going to be very, very painful for America, man. Because all these years, all this wicked, innocent bombings that you just killed, you took away innocent lives, all this madness. Guess what? Is gonna come to a pulp. All right, you're gonna finally get your comeuppance. Babylon, you're done. It's over. Okay, it's over. Thus saith the Lord. That's it, man. All right. So I just wanted to bring that out real quick. This is something that's always been out there, but just to give you a remembrance that, listen, this chemical thing that's going on, Trump talking about all chemical weapons, is not true, man. It's all because of the oil. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.